Hello. Hopefully you can hear me okay. It's been a while. It is January 10th, 2014 right now. And as you can see, I'm not doing too fantastic. Um, yeah. uh, I'm not even sure when I recorded last, but sorry, I moved my arm wrong. Um, so school finished up, and that was good. I got B's in my classes, which was better than I thought I was gonna do, so I was happy about that. Um, Break happened, and I was a little sick before school got out, but over break I started to become regularly ill, where I would go through and have a really bad night of just agonizing pain, and I wasn't quite sure what was going on. I thought maybe I just ignored my body as much as I could during finals and stuff, and that was catching up to me. But eventually it became more pronounced, and I started to adjust my diet and drink more water, and try to make little changes to um, work with my health. And then school started, and then things got worse. School started on Monday the 6th, and by that afternoon I was starting to have pretty constant pain again. Not super high, like probably around a 5 on a scale of 10. And by that evening, when I was supposed to have my first class, it slowly increased to the point where I was at about a 7, and I couldn't stay in class because I was just in that much pain. So I left and I went home, and my mom worked on me and got it back down to maybe a 4 or 5. I didn't really sleep a lot that night, and I slept most of the day, and I went to one class, and then made an appointment to go see my doctor on Wednesday morning, and barely made it through the night. I was really tempted to go to the ER because I was between a 7 and an 8 all night long. I was in so much pain that I couldn't even function. But I made it to Wednesday morning. I went to my doctor's appointment up at the Student Health Center, and he put me on an IV to because I was really dehydrated. I hadn't been able to keep anything down all night. I wouldn't throw up immediately usually when I drank something, but within an hour I would throw up everything in my stomach, just constantly. And so he gave me some pain medications since it was really clear that I was in a lot of pain. And then he did some blood tests, and I guess your average high blood count, like what is considered high in an adult person, white blood count is 11,000, and mine that morning, it was probably around 9 or 10, was at 22,000. So that worried him quite a bit pretty fast, because that means there's a really bad infection somewhere in my body. um, Feeling around, he was concerned that it could be appendicitis, and so that was a really serious concern. So he sent me to the ER to kind of get everything checked out. They went in, and instead of just doing an ultrasound on my appendix, they did a CT scan first, and they could tell that everything else was okay except for my gallbladder was distended and looked wrong. And so they did adjust the ultrasound on my gallbladder, and it was not only distended, but the interior wall was extremely thick, which means it's had problems for a while, which I kind of knew about. And more importantly, there was a 1-inch gallstone in there. So from there, it became less of a what are we going to do? It became a this has to happen, because there was so much infection in my gallbladder that there wasn't, yeah, we can just kind of cut the stone out and hope it doesn't come back, which really isn't an option anyway. But my gallbladder is so nasty, so infected that there were really no choices as far as my life is concerned. Either I did this or I would continue to be in agony until it killed me. So Wednesday night they couldn't perform the surgery because it was just too infected. I was just too sick. So they put me on antibiotics and pain medication for the evening and just kept me here. And then Thursday afternoon is when I finally got to go in for surgery, which was a really long day because that meant that from midnight till when they came and picked me up around 4 p.m., I couldn't drink any water or have any fluids, and that sucked really, really bad. But after surgery, it wasn't too bad. Um, I went back to being able to, drink stuff, which I like. And then my gallbladder was so infected that he wasn't really able to find exactly where he was wanting to cut, so he could only most of the take most of the gallbladder that he knew was just the gallbladder, and left some of it behind because it was just not safe to take any more than what he did. So then there was a concern that some of the stuff might have gotten down into the bile duct, which is connected to the liver and where the majority of your bile comes from. And so there's a possibility of a procedure today, but in the morning my blood test showed that everything was okay there as far as bile is concerned, so I didn't have to have a second procedure thus far. So now I have two draining tube things connected to my to everything so that they can continue to get stuff out and not have any of that leak into my abdomen area. My infection is still really high, so I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I'm hooked up to IV antibiotics. My doctor said that I may be lucky and get to go home tomorrow, which is Thursday the 11th, or I might have to stay until Sunday. He said Sunday is more likely, but I may get up for early. So yeah, that's what's going on right now, which is kind of intensive. I've never been in hospital for very long. I've never had a surgery before, so this was a new experience, especially since I'm planning on getting another surgery when I have the finances to do so. But yeah, so that's what's going on in my life right now. I've been very lucky. I have a lot of amazing friends and family that have been in to check on me, that are just there constantly, and that makes my life a lot easier. I feel very loved. Yeah, I'm really hoping that I can just go back to work and school. I need to take it easy for a couple weeks, which I feel like I can do. I've contacted all my professors, just kind of let them know where I stand, so they understand that I'm not going to be there, but that I'm wanting to come back and get re-involved in everything. So hopefully that'll go well. I'm really hoping that I can just continue on, because financially I can't afford to take a semester off because I need the work, and the financial aid doesn't just go to my books, it goes to me being able to survive. And then just taking that much time off in general just drives me crazy. I have no idea how I would manage anything if I wasn't going to school and going to work. That would be too much. And yeah, I could work on my health and stuff, but not really, because unless I was able to keep my job, I would have no money, which would be bad because I have a lot of bills. And it's me being irresponsible, but I'm trying to be responsible by keeping my job and paying my bills as quickly and efficiently as I can, which means that it's probably going to be a while before I can actually afford surgery, which I've kind of accepted. I really wanted to push through and get it done this summer, and I really don't feel like that's possible. I'd love it if suddenly I had $10,000 and could make it happen, but right now, I have 2 credit cards that I've almost maxed out because of somewhat poor decisions and some necessities that came up, and I have a car payment, and I really don't feel like I can afford to add another payment on through medical expenses at this moment, especially now that I'm going to have these medical expenses, which hopefully some of them will be able to be taken care of other ways, but I really feel like I need to concentrate on getting healthy and getting some of my other finances in order first, as much as I would love to just be able to just go immediately and get my surgery done. So yeah, that's an update on me. It's not as bad as it looks. I have an IV right, I don't know how do you do this, right there. It's kind of like up here actually in my wrist, but it's hidden. And I always have this on because my oxygen levels have been low, so they have to test my oxygen and keep me going. Yeah, it's, it's not my preferred way of spending the first week of school, but I'm glad that I went in and got it caught when I did, because it would have been really bad if I would have, waited. It probably would have killed me. So, yeah, happy first week of school.